In this video, I'm going to talk about reference variables as parameters. But before talking about reference variables, we have to know what passing by value is. And I'm going to give you a quick example for that. And we are going to write a function that is going to return a cube of a number. So here I'm going to write a definition of a variable, and let's say number equals 3. And outside of the main function, I'm going to write a function that is going to take one argument and return the cube of that argument. So int get cube, and in the parentheses, I'm going to define a parameter variable. Since we're working with integer number, it's going to be int, and the name of a parameter will be x. So x will be x times x times x. We are going to multiply x three times by itself and return x. So now here I'm going to quickly write cout std value of a number before a function call. And let's write number and std and line. So next I'm going to call this function get cube, and as an argument I'm going to pass number. Next I am going to copy this statement and paste it after the function call and change here before to after. So when I run this program, let's write the function prototype as well. So int get cube, and the data type of a parameter, which is int. So when I run this program, what happens? Let's run this program and see. Value of a number before a function call is 3, and value of a number after a function call is 3. And you may think that this, after the function call, the value of a number should have been 27, but it's not. It's not. So let me take a screenshot of this code and go to the OneNote. Let me copy this. Let me take a copy of this screenshot of this code. I'm sorry. So what happens here? There is a variable definition, and imagine that this is our memory, and a new variable will be created, and its name will be number, and the value of it will be 3. Then on the console, you are going to have this message, a value of a number. So let's say this is our console. Value of a number before a function call is number. What is the value of number? It's 3. So 3 will be printed out. Then we have here a function call, get cube, and as an argument we passed number. So it branches to the function, and here we have a parameter variable defined. So the value of x will be the copy of number. So in the memory there will be new variable created, and its name will be x, and the value of it will be the copy of number. It will be the copy of number. And what is the copy of number? It's 3. So in the body of a function, here we have x times x times x times, so 3 times x. I mean, we have multiplied x by itself 3 times, so which is going to be 27. So the new value of x is 27. So the value of x is not 3 anymore, but 27. And this value x will be returned to the place where it's called. So next, let me clean here. Next, we have the statement value of a number after a function call, and this will be printed out on the console. So what is the value of number? What is the value of number? Is it 3 or 27? It is 3. It's not 27. It's the value of number is 3. That's why 3 will be printed out. And this is what passing by value is. Passing by value is. And so passing by value, it is when the copy of an argument is passed and the function cannot change the value of an argument. So here this function cannot access an argument. That's why it cannot make changes in the argument. And when we have this kind of function, the x is going to take only the copy of a number, So that's why this function cannot access to the argument. And now let's talk about reference variables. So reference variables are alias for another variables. So what is an alias? Alias is basically another name. So you can imagine like this. Imagine that your name is Elizabeth, okay? Elizabeth. And your parents may call you Betty. Your friends can call you Lisa or Eliza. Your grandparents can call you Lizzie. So Lizzie, Betty, and Lisa, they are all another names that can be used to refer to you. So the same way a reference variable is an alias for another variable. It's like another name for the variable. And any changes made to the reference variable are actually performed on the variable for which it is an alias. So, for example, before functions couldn't change variables which were defined in another functions. But by using reference variables, we will be able to change the variables which were defined in another function. So how do you identify reference variables from regular variables? Reference variables are defined just like we defined regular variables, except we place ampersand in front of the name. So let me go to the code blocks. So if I want to make this variable x, the parameter variable, a reference variable, I should add this ampersand before the variable name. And of course, I have to do the same thing in the function prototype. So ampersand here as well. You can give a space in between if you want, but you don't have to. So it must appear both in the prototype and a function header that uses reference variable as a parameter, but not in the function call. Okay? So when I run this program, as you can see, value of a number before a function call is 3, and value of a number after a function call is 27. So I am going to take a screenshot of this code. So let's see. Here we have a variable definition. So in the memory, we are going to have a variable created, and its name will be number. And the value of it will be 3. And then this value of a number before a function call will be printed out on the console. And the value of number, what is the value of number? It's 3. It's 3. So 3 will be printed out. Then there is a function called getCubed, and as an argument we passed number. So it will branch to the function, and x, since it is a reference variable, it's going to be another name for this variable. So it's going to be another name for variable, the same variable. Okay, so x times x times x, which is 27. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So this will be returned back. So the value of number will be changed to 27. Why? Because x is a reference variable, and reference variable is basically another name for the variable. Okay, and after the function call, here we have value of a number after a function call, and this will be printed out on the console. And what is the value of number right now? It's not 3 anymore, but it's 27. So 27 will be printed out on the console. So let's have a summary, quick summary. So passing by value, what is passing by value? It is when the copy of an argument is passed to the parameter, and the function cannot change the value of an argument. So when a reference parameter is used, it's said that the argument is passed by reference, passing by reference. And one more thing that I want to tell here is that here the argument mustn't be a literal or named constant. The argument must be only a variable. It must be only a variable, otherwise you are going to have an error. Let's say 7. Okay, so let's run the program. As you can see here, we have an error, meaning if you are using parameter variable as a reference variable, then you have to have variable argument, not literals or named constants. So it's working.